My name is Marcella Xiong Kehua. I was the first president for the Greater Cincinnati Chinese Music Society. This society started in 1995. Cai Jindong was the assistant director for CSO. He played a couple concerts in Memorial Hall, and he wanted to create more Chinese music events. So he came to our house here, and we talked about it. In the same time, I was on the board for the Cincinnati Chamber Orchestra with Norma Peterson. Norma Peterson approached me also, wanted to establish a Chinese music event. So we held meetings in our house for the first 2 years to organize the Chinese Music Society. And our mission was introduce Chinese music through education.
20 years ago, I co-founded the Greater Cincinnati Chinese Music Society. 20 years ago, I met with a Chinese music conductor here in Cincinnati. His name was Jindong Cai. He shared with me how wonderful it would be to have the beautiful Chinese music played out by the mainstream orchestra, and that it would bring people together. And I thought about that. And at the time, I was very active in the Chinese community, and I grew up singing Chinese songs. So I began to think of the people that could possibly make things happen. And Jindong and I, we went to meet with Marcella Xiong, who is a marketing guru. So we got so excited, as if, we could already see it happen. And then I just thought about all the things that needed to be done. Then I thought, this is something that's completely new. I would have to sell it to the community. And I just wasn't sure if we could do it. So I mentioned it to my attorney friend, John Kobe, because he would be the person to do all of the legal work. So he sent me to his mom right away, Mrs. Phyllis Weston. So I went to talk to Phyllis, and I told her all about it and my concern. I just said, I'm not sure if I should do it. So she listened to me and looked at me, and she said, of course you should do it. Yes, you should. She said it would not only help the Chinese community, it would help the whole Cincinnati. Of course you should do it. So with that encouragement and confirmation, we rolled up our sleeves and began to work. And the first concert was held at the Memorial Hall downtown. So that was, as people would say, the rest was history.
although every year was memorable, but I think I can pick 3 different events. The first one was, of course, the concert and the gala dinner. We had over 600 people for dinner and the concerts. That was very memorable and the first time effort. Then the second one would be the concert with various nationally world-known musicians coming into town to perform. And the third memorable ones, I would say, was a concert when instruments, ancient instruments, were introduced.
It would be helpful for people to understand that at the time, the Chinese community here was not very visible. And one of our missions, one of our hopes was to bring the larger mainstream community together with the Chinese community and have fun events. And these were truly fun occasions. People got dressed up. They loved the get-togethers, and they loved getting to know more about China and Chinese culture. This was something new. None of these things had been done before in Cincinnati, maybe on the West Coast or maybe on the East Coast, but so many of these events were first-time events for Cincinnati.
So it's been kind of an educational process for me to be involved, go to the concerts. I was initially very intrigued by the instruments, of course, as I'm sure everybody is, who's never seen them before, and that people could still play them, and what they meant, and where they came from, and what the history was. I've always enjoyed the variety of performances from year to year. There's a great deal of diversity, it seems to me, in what gets presented each year, and a lot of kind of creativity and imagination that goes into the performances. So it's been kind of an educational process for me as far as music, as an outsider or a non-musical person, so to speak.
Well, my role was mainly as a supporter and a contributor on funding, from my own company. At the beginning, it was a basis company, which I was co-founder of the company in Cincinnati in early 90s and also until 2002. And then after 2002, in addition to my old company, Basis, who was a major supporter of this event, also my own company, Lin Consulting, starting from 2002 until this year.
On behalf of the Greater Cincinnati Chinese Music Society, I would like to take this opportunity to thank our past and current sponsors, donors, and volunteers. Without your generosity, we would not have achieved these incredible successes and impacts on the community. We will continue this journey to bridge cultures. We will continue this journey to bring musicians and music from the East and the West together. Please consider sponsoring us to help make the next 20 years even more of a celebrated success. Thank you.